Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to this recap for Wednesday. But today is, yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe and check out the video. Hit the notification button so you know, hey, when we pop this stuff up. This is important. If you guys want to learn how to trade, you got to be able to watch this kind of stuff and hang out with people that are constantly watching the charts and analyzing stuff. That's what we're always doing, and that's why we're always making these recaps and analyzing a ton of stuff. So yeah, we have a lot of information, a lot of videos. So in this video, I want to show you just a recap of the price action today and how we looked at it. And again, we have our levels. Of course, we use Cabrota.com for everything. And we have a GPT that helps you understand things as well. That's all been programmed and designed around all the knowledge that we have. So let's go ahead and jump into the charts to not bore you too much here. But yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at what happened. The one thing is we have it's called the battle control. And what that is actually in the back end of our site, if you're a member. And what that does is it helps you kind of, it tells you when the structure is there. You can see I marked this charts out. It looks really woohoo, a lot of stuff going on. But let's make it very simple for you and kind of break it down as much as I can. So I marked it. You can see this candle's marked here. This was your solid entry candle. Right here was a front run entry based on the 5-minute. And then you can see that I marked these candles. Really all I'm doing here is just marking the tops. And how do I get these little crazy levels here? Well, let's kind of break that down right now and help you if you want to set up your charts. Again, the one sauce that we have is there's a whole energy that looks at the whole, we call it the engine. It's called the SSE engine, actually, is what we have branded it for ourselves. It's just internal junk, really, right? So the last 24 hours, it's analyzing that price action. And within that price action, it is giving you the daily support and resistances. And then it's giving you the highest probability of a breakout on a trigger. So the breakdown or a breakout. I've talked about this many times. We have a dotted line here that are orange. That's the first 30 minutes of the candle. So that's this candle basically right in here for the open. That's the 7:30 to 8 o'clock. And then we get this new candle. So that it's actually kind of both of these because we're on the 15-minute. But anyways, if you put these two together, there's basically your bottom, there's your top, there's your 30-minute candle. Boom, it's set. Then you have your, which is, it's always typically when you see the breakout trigger above one of the daily support and resistances, or one of these triggers like you see here, that's typically you're going to see major expansion. It's already telling you that. It's free to roam if you look at that. There's nothing in the way. There's no ceiling. It can just go up, 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 up. That's kind of what's happening right here. So now if this red line was further above the trigger, a lot of times you'll see it wants to go towards that. Now you might wonder why I have these lines on here. This is just basically, you can pause the video, build your own. I'll open up the settings for it. It's just a standard Fibonacci retracement tool, nothing fancy. It's right in your settings. So let's go ahead. I'm going to open this up and put it, click on the coordinates for you. You can put these in. All this is the extension levels at where the price action will want to go if it breaks out. The only thing is, a lot of people don't realize with Fibonacci is it's like, oh, where do I set it? What do I mark? What's my high? What's my low? Why? That's how you actually mark with Fibonacci tool. You have to know where a major high and a low is, or a reason to put it there to get something out for results. So anyways, these are extensions that typically, if something's going to move, this is where it's going to go. So if you wanted to build targets, right? So this could be like your target one would be that 1.618. If you're looking for a target kind of that 2 range, you're looking around like 2.618. And then you're kind of pushing hairs here on the 3.618 or the 4.236. Those are kind of your extended targets, target 3. If you look at it that way. So like I say, you can pause the video and put this down. These are the settings. You can just uncheck them. You can put them the same color if you want. But that's what we're marking them up. I go ahead and extend everything right. and that is about it. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. Of course, what I did is I came down here and I saved it as a template, and it's called Target Extensions. Pretty amazing, right? So you can do that if you click Save As and then name it whatever you want, and then obviously you'll have it set up for you. So to kind of give you an idea, here is when you open it up, you'll pick this is how easy it is if you already know the levels and you have our triggers. Is I'm going to mark the bottom trigger, and then I'm going to mark the top trigger. So now I have my line set. What's amazing is these are your targets now. So pretty crazy, right? So here's your first target right here. Here is your second target. And then you could say this was your third target, and you could decide which one did you want to go to, right? As it's running out. So this is the kind of stuff that we are doing on the back end that you don't see. I didn't point this out a whole lot. I'm just giving you a little more sauce here, if you want to look at it this way. So obviously right here, you're going to get basically a 1.23 on this breakout. If you went to the second target, you'd get 2.82. And if you went all the way up to the third target here, you would have got a 4.37. Now, you might say, well, I want more confirmation. So, okay, fine. You entered here. This is why using our structure and using the 5-minute, you had a little more strength here. But it doesn't really matter. The guy, you know where it's going to go, and it has the strength in order to get there. The guy that got here is happy. The guy that got here, anybody that gets paid is happy. That's the whole point of what you're trying to do, right? Put money in the bank account. So you might ask, like, why did we start to look at this? Again, we're looking at structure. So we want to see volume kicking into the candles, pushing up. We got the break and close above here on the 15-minute. So that was the confirmation. Now you could have looked at the 5-minute here and got in off of that, mainly because here is your expansion candle and here is the energy. So you could have watched it that way as it started to run up. This candle right here is what I was talking about for the breakout. Right here is the candle we got into on the break of this area right here. So we got in roughly right in this area as we got in. Now, like I said, it's a little bit more advanced entry than if somebody waited for the close. Now, if you're in the 5-minute because of the close, you could have jumped in and say, I want to get in, as it backtext the breakout. They could have got in here. It's still really, regardless, those are all solid entries for you to get into and run it up. And from then on, you're just taking your targets. And you might be asking, like, well, again, why did you take those targets? Why did you take those targets? The reason why was because we had a reason to mark the charts, which were using the triggers. I put my stop, done a little bit of research on this for you. I'll just kind of call it out for you. Put your stop below the 30-minute or above the 30-minute. If I'm breaking out this way, I would have put my stop above this 30-minute high. If I'm breaking out to run up, I'm going to put my stop down at the 30-minute low. So it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And that is an easy chart structure layout that actually is very profitable. Like I said, if you want to have a winner and have no ceiling, then boom, here it is. This is the structure you want to see. This is the layout. Screenshot, ching, ching, boom, like there it is. Like that is the what you wait for. If you only had to trade just a handful of times a month, this is what you want to see. When this starts to break out with the energy, this has no cap and it is just going to go, go, go. And that's what you saw. It ran all the way up. That was a nice, solid move. And it actually ran all the way to target 4 if you're looking at this. This could be considered target 3 for some. You could have also said somewhere in the middle of these, you could have easily just seen that top out that you would have got no matter what. Now, one thing is, remember, these are institutional style levels too. They're kind of marking the same thing. So a lot of times if you're saying, hey, I only want to go to this level, then go right below it. This would be smarter to trade this way or go right below it. You can see that right here. It came right below it, right? Now, later in the day after the pullback, it ran back up and tagged it. But that doesn't, it may or may not do that. So now you can see it kind of falling back down and trading back down, but this is that's just food for thought for you, and how to lay that out. That is about it, guys. We, like I said, a lot of this that I'm talking about is within Kubroto.com. A lot of this levels and the simplicity of doing a lot of the heavy lifting is here already. You don't have to do a whole lot of it. Now, you could do a lot of this on your own if you wanted. We have talked about this. You could have analyzed the last 24 hours if you wanted, and set your charts up to be able to take advantage of it. So really always use the New York session for your open. It opens at 8:30 Central Standard Time for the futures market if you kind of want to jump on it. And that's how you can set up your charts here in BTC. And that's about it. This is your last 24 hours. You can analyze it. Now you might say, hey, how do I analyze that? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at that real quick. I'm not going to spend any more time on this at this point, probably, but I'll point this out for you. The fixed range volume profile is a great way to do this. What I'm going to do is mark the very lowest candle within this 24 hours, and I'm going to mark the very highest candle in the last 24 hours. And what I'm going to do is look at what I'm looking for at this point is, let me actually go into, since I marked this on here, I'm going to go into my settings because I can see there's a problem, and this is good for you too, is turn off extend right. I only wanted to track this 24-hour period. Now, if you want the lines all the way across, I can go from line to line, but I'm going to make sure I line it up with this high here, if you want to look at it that way. And the same with this. Oops. Let's get that out of the way. We don't need that. And I'm going to mark this right here. So this is analyzing my 24-hour period from my highest point to my lowest point in the market. It is setting my areas for me. You can see right here in the middle is our point of control for the last 24 hours, and here's our high. So this is how I would, you could kind of mark your triggers. Typically, when you start seeing the point of control, I'm just going to go back and look at kind of price action. You can kind of see how it's marking the trigger right through here and right through here. That's kind of like the estimate that you could kind of put together if you wanted to build this out on your own. It's not 100% accurate, obviously, because there's a little more to it that we do when we write this out, but I'm just trying to show this for simplicity for you. So you can go ahead and mark out these levels for yourself. And then the daily support and resistance, those would be hard to mark. This is kind of the area that I couldn't really help you in. You'd have to go out to the longer time frames and kind of build this. We do have indicators that you could use as well. Again, those are within the membership area, but yeah, you could mark those on there. So in the end, you can see where the energy is at currently. It did come up and touch these areas and take it out. And then of course now tomorrow these areas will probably be more expanded because we've already got the expansion move. The ceiling is going to be put back up here because of this, probably back up in this area. But regardless, that is it. Kind of gave you guys a little bit of a sauce. Obviously, Kubroto.com is going to give you all the levels. You just put them on here, and then you can actually see structure and take advantage of structure. And like you said, you get a payday. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in the next recap. Talk to you soon. Thanks.